Okay, hello. Now this is the second part. I'm going to start the home page and the report page. And the home page will have one component called search. And the report page will have the chart, so have the real functionality. Before we start, see what we already achieved. So now after I apply the global changes, so instead of the default color, it is the home color, and also the font already applied the font size over the different family. So report. So this is the report, this is the home page. The home page will have a search bar like I said. So just move it away. And let's go to the home page. So we have a home page. The home page have the search bar, but the report page has a few components we are displayed over there. And like I said, so this is the view. So the components itself we are put in components. So we are create a folder called components. Then I have the search bar. I'm not sure the search bar is supposed to put in here, just in the home page, because my home page only have the search bar. So how about just put the search bar in here, but in the components I have the report the page, because then you see I show the eventually just reflect what we're going to achieve. So in here, if you go to github.scilab and go here, already deployed. So this is the I finish one. You could go over there to see the source code. So I already published to the GitHub. So in here, you will see. So the home page only have one components. So probably just leave at the home page. But if you tag China in the components page, actually have a few. You see, this is one component. I did a library called chai.js, and this is 1, 2, 3 components. This actually use the material UI. I will show you how I use the material UI over there. So I have two components. One is the card. You see, I have one card. One is the chart. So I'm going to build the report page to reuse these components, but the home page I just leave over there. In your real life, you probably could put this search bar in the components, so you could reuse in everywhere needed. But for this demo showcase, I just leave at the home page. So let's go back to our code. So in here, like I said, I'm going to have a home page. By the way, before I start typing, I just explain to you this search bar is not read from ground view. So actually, I just go here like a function CSS search bar. Search box, maybe function CSS search box. I just find the pure CSS one. I just copy the CSS and copy the style guide and then I change it to React components. So like for this thing, you definitely could use, because here have no JavaScript, they're pure HTML and CSS. Just choose anything one on the internet, you definitely will find something satisfied with you. For my one, I also copy paste from the internet. So I just get the CSS. So I have a home.css. By default, they don't have the title yet. I'll give it a little bit of title. And then have the search box. this is just plain HTML and CSS. So also copy my one. I just make sure the CSS working first. Then I explain how to change it to React components. So at the moment I will get rid of this image and also get rid of the already write something over there. So like any React related thing I just get rid of at the first. I will add later by later so you fully understand what I'm doing now. And the CSS I get it just pure CSS, then just actually only on this one, these are add on top, so you have a title. And for this one, by default, you don't have the value. And this also is React related. This is just a placeholder. So it is very clear. Did you see? So you have a pure just a few HTML. So it one is the title, and even for this, no, one is the title, one is the search box. Search box you just have the input and have the I. So what I did, I just go into the internet, get a fancy search box is looking fine. Then I'm going to show it how it look like until now. If you run it, damn it. So once you run it, so it definitely will look like this one. So you have a page, have a title, have a search bar, and this is a hover. When you hover, then you show, and this also already take my text. So even I didn't write any style, you already have the text. If you see my CSS for the title, I have a title, have a class. Then you go into the home, you see here. I didn't start the font size or anything, and it already started nicely because I already applied the theme. It already applied globally. So if you go into the theme, go into index, go into pattern, and this one already changed. And it also applied for, this is H1, so it already applied the last style. So once you copy over there, so it will take it. And then you could type it. Now we're going to put our functionality over there. So first, so I need, when I start typing, so I will update it. Have two things for here. I could be select the country is I not invalid mistyping. This is for validation. How show you how to do form validation. And second thing is you will have an error when this is this will be right. So just achieve these two things. So let's start it. For now on the home page, if I go back to the home page, so it I will rather send HT. I rather send what I said is noun is React related. First, I already have, I imported this icon, is a COVID-19 icon. So actually I could put it in here. So this is React allowed you just drag it from here, this relative the path going to this image. So now I could put this image in the title. So just do some style. So you just say src equals this object, then it will direct to this one, and this is the alt text for the accessibility use. And like I said, it could be invalid country. And so what I did, so I will say you have a search state or typing state. By default, you are haven't go into typing state and haven't started to search. So we are set aside initial constraints. So by default, you are in the first edit page, so you only see this icon, the search icon, not the import box. And I will do some change, you will see it. And second thing, and here, like I said, this is type the country. This actually search the country, so I need to have a value. Every time you change here, I will collect what you typing. So I defined this called country, and I say set country. This is React hook related. By default is input string. You haven't said I don't need one, I just clean this one. Also, if you have an error, then you will show the error. So you make this is have a red board. So 1 pixel red. So go here, I will have an error. By default, you won't have an error. By default, the error is false, so won't show error. And like okay, so inside the container, I will on change. I will handle on change. So every time on change, you could create a separate function defined on top, or you just say text value set, because every time on change you just set the country and you put it the target dot value change equal. Another thing I like to show in here, once you, if I restart the application, I'm just going to restart the application. So it will look like this one. The issue is, did you see? This is the title over there. You could write the CSS change, but this, even like this, looking is fine. So if I hover it, then it like this one. But if you see here, if I go into mobile view, I don't have the hover state. It won't going to change. That is why I'm going to do on touch. So it change to here add an active. So because in this day every app need a mobile browser definitely won't going to work because it don't have a hover. That is why the web page is working, but the mobile app it won't going to work. If in here it's going to work. Change the mobile browser, it won't going to work. So it works in here. I just explain how it working on desktop. On desktop, he add in here search and here on hover, they're going to change it. So actually in here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add active. So if I have active, when you on key down, have active, make this could searchable. So make sure your mobile is working. So we need to fix this issue. So go here. What I'm going to do is, I said on top. It actually on the div on this one, I need this star have the active. So if this one it is untouched, is for on mobile, but it won't working for desktop. So actually I need to hook up two events. That's why I have duplicate events in here. Similar events in here. So if you mobile app, this one we are working, but on desktop it is on mouse move over. On mouse move. Mouse over. On mouse over. On desktop is on mouse over, but on mobile browser it won't have on mouse over. So I have these two do the exactly same, making sure they satisfy with the desktop browser, also with your mobile. And once this in, I will, did you see my CSS? I will give this one add another active. This active is change from the icon to this one, so I have this active. Add this class. This class only on true. It is when which one you choose. I said which one you on the search. So you go into the second step. You start the search and the typing country in. So just see the working or not. So in here, this mobile definitely working. Let me see if I in this this is iPad. iPad also don't have a touch. So if you refresh, by default is this one. So you see you don't have almost over the one going to do. So on touch, it's going to change to second state. So this actually working for mobile, also working for phone. So if you refresh, so you click, then it's going to work. This you could change CSS change, but I'm going to move this one on top, but this just CSS change is very efficient. You could change it, so you could start typing in here. This is solve the different when you're working on a real application. You definitely need you have this kind of issue. So we achieved this one. Now, like when you typing, like I said, I need to update this value. So this already updated, so the country value already over there. But I said I need to have arrow. So how do I know it is arrow? So the moment I will make an Ajax call to get the have an API call, but I did a little bit of trick. Later on I will fix it. So go here. I have data, so I need to have. I'm going to validate a new country is valid. So I'm going to build a new folder. I put everything inside here. I have an index.js. In here, I will make actually use this endpoint. I used this endpoint via to make a country call to get all of the country, and I will make an API call later on. At the moment, actually, I put it in constraints because the coronavirus started this year until now. I think every country already get affected, so I don't need to really make for this. I feel like I don't need to make a real API call. I just have this application only accept this current country. So this country is where I get it. I just show you. I suppose pick up a country, then make an API call, see if my country name is match this country name. Then I just say your country is valid, then start search, because I will go this API to find the effect of the country. But I believe this until now every country, affected country at the moment over there, it already get affected. So this is the country. Now I'm going to validate. I need to use validate what I type in the country is inside this country. So I go into the home page. You could then I need to validate. I need to input this country. In my concerns and application concerns, really, application concerns, called countries. Suppose I could have found it. I don't know why. Application constant. CONSTANTS. If I go, doesn't work. Country is not defined here. Why I cannot find it? That is the issue. Application constraints. Oh, typing on. It's not the components. It is supposed to call the constraints. I will create a new folder. I expect it's constants, but I already have the constants, so I put this in the known place. I expect from here. I will create the components later, so it is in here. Now you go into the home page. So now you could suppose find it. Go back. And so I like a find it is invalid. Just write my help function. So I will receive a country and I will say countries dot find each country the index each item dot name dot to lowercase 就是equal to what you passed in country dot to lowercase. So if you pass the country is inside here, then this one will be returned true. So I will get a country. Countries, what is have show yellow? Countries founded. What does this mean? Token expected. Country found. This one suppose the inside function. Inside callback equal. Triple equal. Now is good. Now I just write our validate. And my validate, did you see it actually cannot on the change when I'm going to validate it. So when you start a search, I'm going to validate it. It's valid. Okay. So in here, once I go into here, then because this also is another thing. At the moment, I could in here when you click this button, on click, then validate it, then redirect to report page. But I will explain to you I need a change and why, because for the mobile app issue. So if on click in here, okay, I equal to this one. Then I going to do what I click when I going to click actually. I just copy and paste in here. So when you going to click on hand click, once you click, that could be in this one or in here. Okay, just put it in here. Once you click, I will just do the hand click. Okay, so you bind it to this one. I don't have the history. I'm going to push this one to the report page. I'm painting this parameter. So I actually need to input the history. And the use history actually already over there. So you have a history. You're going to use history. Use history is from React DOM, not DOM. So if you click, I just validate it is true, then going to over there, otherwise do nothing. I'm going to show the error. So in here, I will have the error. Called error. When the error is true, you see, if it is hand click, validate. If it is invalid, if it is valid, go over there, redirect to the report page, and also put this in your URL. Otherwise, you will set error to true. If this error to true, if this one set to true, then you have the error. I'll call this is error because in the CSS I actually defined it is error. So if see here, no, did error text. If it is error, then you have the error. It is in here. So if you have active and you have error, then it will be both. See it achieved or not. Then go into our browser. Let's see. So if I type in have error, definitely not over there. Oh no, not in here. It's the local host one. If I type in have error, did you see? On change, already validated. Okay. On click. And the issue is I put in there why it validated. I just explain again. It actually I put in here. So on change, set the platform, and also the validator on hand click. Actually, when you click, you actually these all together. This div already this violation. But what I going to do actually don't like to do in here. And actually, when you place the enter key, going to do it. So I'm going to use React hook to the DOM listening. So when you place the key is the enter key, I'm going to validate it. It is valid, then I redirect you to the report page. Did you see already when I click here, this will listen to the click. So this will be filed. Actually, I don't need a file this time until you say enter. So what I did, so I'm going to use effect. And instead of do here, I will use effect bound to the event. So what I'm going to do, so I will use Windows to bind to the key down. And only the key is the enter key. if I bind to this key down, so I need so constants. This function will handle this validation because you're already ready to go to the report page, and in this time I will test if you have error. Every time you bound to the event listening, then you need to remember to remove it. So in normal case, in the traditional React, you probably put this in the components did mount. Components will unmounted, but in here you just put in use effect. Once you put it in, then you hook up, and be aware here I put input array, so it only hook up the once, and in here components did done, I will do this one. So instead into this one, I'm going to get rid of. So I'm going to listen to the key because I already have the key. Hand click, I will listen to it, to the key. So we will listen to you listening. So I'll update this one. This key code for the equal to 13 is the entry key or the return key in your mobile. So if it is valid, so only listen to 13. If it is valid and it is valid, then go into only 13, then validate it. Valid, then go into the report. Non-valid, set it to false, show the error message. And here inside here have a depend on the country and depend on the history dependence. So we could test this one, see if I achieve it. So did I already run? Yeah, it's already run. So if going here, the local host, so if you tap here, it won't validation until you click the entry key. They're going to validate, and this will be satisfied also for your mobile. So if you refresh, you have an iPad, and then you can start typing until you place entry, it's going to validate. So this the home page. If you passed it, you retyping and channel. You pass the validation, then you go to the report page, and in here going to do your second page. Yeah, let's continue in another video. So it is for the home page. Just stop here. Thank you for watching.